Okay, we're back. I'm so sorry about that, you guys. My phone freaked out on me. Tech issues over here. And so now I am doing this from my laptop. So my angle's not as good, my lighting's not as good, but who cares, right? Okay, so hopefully I didn't lose y'all. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know what happened to my stupid phone. Anyways, now I totally forgot what I was saying, but I am gonna jump back in. Let me pull up my notes. This is just good information for tomorrow, right? I will probably just go straight to my laptop tomorrow because I don't want this to happen again. I feel so bad. Okay. So I hope you guys will jump back on. I hope you see this second one. So sorry about the tech issues. I have no idea what happened. I'm not tech, well, no, that's not true. I am kind of tech savvy, but I'm not always the best with these Facebook Live things. Okay, anyways, we're back. Yay. So another thing that I wanted to address, and we're going to get to Q&A in just a little bit here, but like I said in the beginning, feel free to pop any questions that you have as I'm going along into the comments, and I will make sure to address them before we hop off. So I want to make sure that I talk about chaos versus isolation. So this is something that I was chatting with my coach about the other day, and it really pertains to what we've been talking about with the holidays, right? So a lot of times when we're sensitive, it can feel like we have to choose between chaos and isolation, that we have to choose between either being out in an environment, you know, or a social situation that feels extremely overwhelming and chaotic to us, or completely isolating ourselves and hurting ourselves and hiding out from the world, right? You know, the reason that it feels this way for us is that we are trying to live. Hi, Jess. Okay, thank you for coming back. Yay, sorry about the tech issues. So we are trying to, it's basically like we're a square peg and we're trying to fit ourselves into a circular hole, right? So the issue is that we are trying to take our sensitive nature and fit ourselves into a world that is not set up for our sensitive nature, right? We are trying to adapt to a world that is set up for people that don't have this extra layer of sensing that we have. And so that is what makes us feel like we have to choose between chaos and isolation. But when you can really take a step back and reevaluate your life, the way that it's working for you or not working for you, your own relationship to yourself and your sensitivity, and then start to reset up your life from that place and from that way. And it's hard because 80% of the population does not have to deal with the things that we have to deal with, right? So I'm not saying it's not difficult, but once you start to do that, then you don't have to choose between chaos and isolation. Because you can really go into a scenario like the holidays, a very hectic social calendar situation, and know your limits, and know what makes you feel good, and know what makes you happy, and stand up for that. Stand up for that without guilt, right? Stand up for that and set boundaries and be, you know, solid in your boundaries. And know that the more that you take care of yourself, the more you're going to be able to be there for the world. Like, the thing is, as sensitives, we are tuned into the darkness in the world. And this can be really hard, right? Especially around this time of year, it can be very hard. But the blessing in that, the gift in that, what I personally believe, is that the reason that we see the darkness of the world so much and so clearly is so that we can go and do something about it, right? We can tune into where people are hurting so that we are able to tap into their feelings and heal them. We have a profound gift. But when we're not taking care of ourselves, and when we're letting ourselves get completely run down and overwhelmed, we're not coming from our power place. You know, we're really powerful people as sensitives. It's just that we're given this misconception that we're weak, right? You don't need a thicker skin. You just need to learn how to take care of the thin skin that you're in. I cannot say this enough. It will change everything for you. It's not that you're not still going to struggle as a sensitive, because we have a unique set of struggles, right? But you'll be able to navigate those so much more smoothly, and it won't wear and tear on you as much. Let me see what else I wanted to address here before we go to Q&A. Yeah, so see, here's the other thing, is that during the holidays, right, yes, there's a lot to be thankful for. There's a lot of blessings. There's a lot of really amazing things, and you get to see people that you love and, you know, shower people with gifts. And there's lots of really great stuff during the holidays. But it also, especially for those of us who have really sensitive hearts, can remind us of the people that we've lost, the things that aren't the same anymore, you know, the things that really hurt. It can also get us stuck in comparison, looking at, you know, oh, that family is, you know, gets along better than my family, or this person has this and I don't have this. And it is hard. These things are all legit. They are valid things, right? But we push through them. We push through them because we're like, no, I gotta show up for all these social things. I gotta show up for everybody, and I have to pretend to be happy because it's the happiest time of the year and I'm supposed to be happy, and tell ourselves all these things, right? And it's bullshit. It's like, no, those feelings are valid and legit, and they need space and room to breathe. Like, when we push down our feelings, they don't go anywhere, you guys. They don't just disappear, you know? It's like they get stacked. Like, it's like this layer of unfelt feelings that's in us. And that can cause severe anxiety and depression. All your feelings want is to be seen and heard. I'm going to talk about this more tomorrow, but I just wanted to touch on it really quick. All your feelings want, like, they're just there to be guideposts for you, right? So when you can give a feeling some room to breathe and honor it and spend a little bit of time with it, it will lift. But when we push them down over and over and over again, because we're trying to just like get through, right? Because we're trying to keep up with everybody else in the world, they get stacked and they're not going to go anywhere, and they're going to come out in some way. They're going to manifest themselves in some way, whether that is physical illness or anxiety or depression or outbursts or, you know, who knows what, but they're going to come out some way. So when you can, you know, it's hard in the beginning because it's scary, especially if you have a lot of unfelt feelings that are in your body. It can feel like, I remember for me, it felt like I was being chased by this like tidal wave of feelings. And I felt like if I opened that door a crack and let myself start feeling them, I was going to like unleash the floodgates, you know? And it felt really, really, really petrifying. But the truth is that if you can start to have a really consistent practice of spending time with yourself and letting those feelings come out a little bit at a time in a safe space, in a safe container, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, once you release a lot of that stuff, then when new feelings come in, it's much easier to go, oh, okay, I'm feeling sad. I need to spend, oh, Debbie, I know, I'm so sorry. My, for some reason, my cell phone freaked out on me, so I switched to my laptop. I don't think you missed much, and I'm going to post the replays of everything as well. So I'm so sorry about the tech issues, guys. But yeah, as you know, as you unleash and kind of well, that's not the right word, as you gently let out the unfelt feelings of the past, then it's much easier to deal with the feelings that come up as you're moving forward. Let's see. So I have some other stuff I could touch on, but I want to know if anybody has any specific questions. We're going to get into a lot more tomorrow and on day 3. And again, if you're watching the replay and you have a question, post it in the comments and just tag me, because I want to make sure that you guys are fully supported. So if you're watching this tomorrow or later tonight and you wish you had been on live, just be sure to tag me in the comments, and I will come and answer your question for you. But if nobody has, and feel free to pop in at any time as I'm talking and ask a question. If nobody has a specific question, the last thing I wanted to kind of touch on today is really about worthiness. And, you know, this can come up, well, it's really, I mean, everything we're talking about today is very related, right? You can start to see how the stories that we tell ourselves and the way that we treat ourselves, how all of that is like one big, like woven pattern. And worthiness is a really big piece of that, because when we're still feeling like there's something wrong with us and we're flawed because of our sensitive nature, a lot of times we feel very unworthy. And that underlying foundation of feeling unworthy then informs all the decisions that we make in our life, right? And that can really play into us having a hard time setting boundaries. So if we feel like we're not worthy, if we feel like there's something wrong with us, it's going to be harder for us to say no to things, right? Because one of the things that people desire so deeply, and especially those of us who are sensitive, is belonging, and being loved, right? I mean, what human being doesn't want to be loved and to be accepted and to belong? But when you have this, you know, sense of unworthiness within yourself, that brings in a fear that if you upset somebody or don't take care of somebody or say no to something, that they are gonna, you know, that because you're already unworthy, that then they are going to leave you, right? So there's a lot of work that goes into, you know, really bringing back your sense of worthiness. But I have to say, you are worthy no matter fucking what. Like, you don't have to do anything to prove your worth. You don't have to be anything to prove your worth. You are inherently worthy. And it took me so long to learn this and to really feel it for myself, you know? And like I said, with a lot of stuff, I still have days, I still have moments where the unworthiness thing really comes up for me, right? But I know now how to deal with it, how to look at it, how to talk myself through it, right? That's the difference. And so I just want to say for today, you know, for the purpose of today's live stream, start to look at the ways in your life that you're treating yourself like you're not worthy. And again, like I mentioned earlier in the first portion of this, you know, use that tool of curiosity versus judgment, right? Not like, oh God, I'm so mean to myself, but like, oh, wow, where did I get this idea that I'm not worthy? You know, that I'm not worthy of love, without trying to prove it all of the time, because we tend to chase worthiness. You know, it's like we're chasing this idea of proving that we are enough because we feel like we have this flaw that we have to make up for. You do not. You are not flawed. You are not alone. You are so worthy. All of these things are so true, and there is nothing wrong or bad about loving yourself and taking care of yourself and standing up for your worthiness and standing up for your sensitivity, right? And some of this stuff is, you know, you have to do it to really experience, like, because I was so afraid in the beginning when I first started practicing saying no. I was like petrified that I was going to lose all my friends and I was going to lose my job and all this stuff. And none of that happened. You know, did I piss off a friend or two? Yeah. But it's because they were used to me letting them walk all over me, right? And that's not a real friend anyways. So this is really just the tip of the iceberg, you guys. There is so much more that I'm going to dive into tomorrow and the next day. So I hope that you get to tune in for those. Again, I would love to support you in your questions. So feel free to post those in the comments of the replays. Also, if you're not already in my Super Sensitives Facebook group, come join me there. I will post the link to that below. I'll post the link to the group, to the book that I mentioned, Elaine Aron's book. And if you want to get one of these awesome t-shirts, I will post the link to that too. And then finally, to end this all, so I'm just going to kind of, again, tip of the iceberg with this. I'm going to go into this way more in the next couple of days. But I wanted to officially, finally, publicly announce that I am launching my new 6-month Sensitive Badass Mentorship Program. It is going to be incredible. I'm so excited about this, you guys. I've been working on it all year. I haven't done anything quite like this before. The format is a little bit different than the one-on-one coaching that I've done in the past. I don't even have a sales page up for this yet. It's going to come up soon. I was just too excited, and I had to tell you guys about it. So this is going to be a 6-month program, and I very purposely picked that length because the work that I do is deeply, deeply transformational, but it takes time. And as sensitive women, we need more time to digest and process and practice things. Oh, you're so welcome, Debbie. I'm so glad you came on. And so, you know, anything less than 6 months is really not going to give you the support and the foundation to really put this work into place. This is just what I've found with the clients that I've worked with. Excuse me. And what's really cool about this program, and it's different from the way that I've done things in the past. So sorry, you guys, I have a cold. That's why I keep wiping my nose. So gross. Anyways, what's different about this program is that the way it's going to work is we are going to, you know, if you sign up for it, and I'm only taking 10 women for this, I want to keep it really, really tight community. So if you sign up for it, you get 3 one-on-one sessions with me in a month. And then at the end of the month, we're going to do a group session. And the reason for this is because community and understanding and belonging is so supportive and important for us as sensitive women. And so it's going to be really amazing amazing, like profound transformational 6 months where we're going to have this awesome container of these 10 women where you're not only getting my support, but you're getting the support of the other women in the program as well, right? So that you are like fully supported in this amazing community. And I'm so excited about this because community building is one of my favorite things in the whole world. And I love when you have a really powerful group of women come together, like amazing shit can happen. Really amazing shit can happen. I am so proud of this program. I have so much more to tell you guys about it. I'm going to go into it in more detail in the rest of the holiday hangover. But if you have any questions about it, if you're interested, if you want to learn more, I'm also going to put a link in the comments where you can set up a complimentary 30-minute call with me. We can chat about whatever's going on with you, whatever's coming up around your sensitivity, and then we can talk through if this program is going to be the right fit for you, if you have any questions about it or anything like that. And of course, as soon as I finish the beautiful sales page, I will be posting that for you guys as well. So I just want to thank everybody that joined me today. I think this is probably the longest live stream I've ever done. So I thank you all for being here with me. I have so much gratitude for everybody in my circle, everybody who watches my videos and supports me. I love you all so much. I think that you have a deep, amazing, special gift. And it is so, so important for you and for the rest of the world that you really, really take care of yourself and learn how to treat yourself with the love and compassion that you deeply, deeply deserve. And I want nothing more than to be able to support you in that. So I'm always here for you guys. Let me know if any more questions come up for you. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for being on. Sorry again about the tech issues. And I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. So 1 p.m. PST. On my Facebook page, and I will send out an email reminder for that as well. All right, I love you all. You're fantastic. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.